everyone, Pam here with Tattered Paper and Lace, and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad you're here to join me today. I have a little tutorial, so welcome all of my subscribers, and welcome and thank you for subscribing, and welcome to my new subscribers and thank you for subscribing. I have a little tutorial, as I said, on these two paper bag embellishments. This one, some folks have done tutorials on a similar thing. I have done mine a little differently, so I'll show you how that is. And I use, most people I've seen use one bag to do just this. I use one bag to do both of these things. So let me show you how that's done. Move these things out of the way, and we'll just go right on with the process. If you have not subscribed, please do so. I try to do a few tutorials here and there, and I'm listing journals all the time. So this is the bag. This is the size bag I used in the two journals that I just showed you. But I am working on a larger journal, and so I thought, well, if I'm going to make one, let me make one that can go in there. So I'm going to use this bag. This bag is, I had to tear handles out of it, this sort of handles out of it. So I had to collage additional brown packaging in here where I had to tear out the strip that was holding those handles in. But this will work just fine. So I'm going to start the process. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to. I'm going to bring it down a little bit more so you can see what I'm doing. Very simple, very, very simple. All you have to do, and I'm sure this has been done before. I doubt that I'm the one who figured this, but I thought, well, I like the little folder idea, but I had made it, and then, you know, I saw that there was bulk I didn't want, so I cut that out. So the first thing you want to do is the bottom of the bag. This is the bottom of the bag. You fold it in half. And I think this may be how you make the other one. I really don't remember. But you fold the bottom in half. That way you have it like this. Okay? You are going to cut along this line, but you don't want to cut the bottom of your bag if you can help it. So I'm going to do that just with my scissors, and I'm just going to go part way on this line, just like this, to where it folds in together, and then I will continue on after I cut this way on both sides. That way I won't accidentally cut the bottom of my bag, although it is not the end of the world if you do, because the bottom of the bag is actually what glues to the page. So it's not the end of the world if you do snip a little hole in the bottom of your bag. I actually put a liner in the bottom of the bag when it's on the page, which I will show that to you again. So I'm just going to snip through here, and you need to, and the reason I'm doing it this way is because this part here needs to not overlap each other when you're done. You've got to have it either a little shy of where it really needs to be, or you got to have it a little, you know, right together. So I'm going to do it this way, and that way I can open this up a little bit and go ahead and cut along this line like that. Okay, so we just need to cut this other one. And when you do that, you have your two pieces that you're going to work with. Okay, so get it all the way cut. There we go. So now my bag is cut apart. I have this part. This is the top of the bag, and I have this part, which is the bottom of the bag. Okay, so that worked out well. It just comes together. That's exactly what you want, and that's really all you need. So this one is done except for embellishing. Now I do want to do a little bit of trimming right here because I didn't get that quite small enough. It overlaps just a little bit. So you just kind of tweak it until you get it just like you want. It doesn't matter. This is this one. This is this part. It doesn't matter how crooked that is, or you know, how far away it is, because this one you can see right up here. This is how close it is. But I covered the whole top. I covered the whole top with my embellishment. I'll give you something. I'll show you something. It won't be the right size, but it'll give you an idea. So if you make your embellishment and you put it on here, you only glue it on one side, whichever side you want to open. If you want it to open this way, then you just glue your embellishment to this side. If you want it to open this way, you just glue your embellishment to that side and leave the other side free. Now on this one, I chose to make the stamp be like a tab. So here's my embellishment. You can see here's the paper bag. I collaged all on the back of this, and that's how you open it. And this is the bottom of your paper bag. And I put a piece of paper as a liner in the bottom. And the bottom of the bag is glued to the page. And before I glued it to the page, I glued this string underneath, so you had something to tie it closed with. And you don't have to do that because it doesn't, you know, it's okay if you want it to flop, or you can put a magnet, you know, right under the page here. I preferred to tie it. That was my choice. You can close that any way you want to, but that is all there is to this part of this. So you cut off the bottom of the bag, and you've got a pouch. I call it a pouch because it's a little bit more than a pocket. A little bit more in it. And that's all you do on this one. So you're done with that part. Then on this part, also very simple. I'm going to fold it this way and burnish. Now I think on the other, this was folded twice, I think. And I don't feel the need to do that. So then this is my flap of my sort of envelope type thingy. And then I'm going to come up here a little and leave a little bit and fold this. Okay, and you don't want to cut out the gusset or anything. You're going to leave that in there. You fold this. This is just so simple and so easy and so quick that it just makes it, and it looks like it's more involved than it is. So when you do that, you have sort of an envelope like this. Okay, now I am going to glue all of that together. Well, not yet. I will. I'm not going to do it yet because I'm going to put my my brad or whatever, my little closure thing, which is so we're doing this part now. I'm doing this part now. So I'm going to do my little brad closure first. Okay, and put that in so that it is hidden over here. So that's what I would do first before I closed this up. And that's really all it is. So when you do that and you close up, so I am going to glue, I can go ahead and glue. So when you close your envelope up, glue this part to this part, and this part to this part. So I'm just going to go down the line here, just a small little bit of glue right down here, and a little bit of glue right down here. Fold it up and glue it just like that. And you didn't glue your gusset shut, it's still there. You just wanted to glue the back piece. So you've made like a little envelope and you've made it closed. Okay, so there we are. And so what that does is you have a big pocket and you have a narrow pocket. Okay, and that's all you do. And you're basically done with this part. You put your brad in and you just fasten it through here, and then you close, then you can close this, glue these two pieces together, And then I would trim this off so that it is a little more even. That's all you got to do. I didn't do that on this, but I'm okay with that. So that's all you do. That's about as simple as it gets. Then you just embellish this. You can turn this either way you want to. However, it opens this way or it opens this way. This will be shut. If you wanted to, you actually, if you didn't want to glue this, and I glued the whole thing down to the page. If you didn't want to do that, if you wanted it to be a floating thing like stuck in a gem clip or something, you could actually do a pocket over here. You could cut this loose before you glued it and make this be a pocket that goes down in right there. Or you can just glue this to the page like this, which is what I did with this one. I just glued it to the page so you have this little wide pocket and this little tiny pocket. Here is your brad that is put through the first part, and we might as well do that. So if you'll, but I didn't bring the brads over, so if you'll hold on a second, you can use a button and sew it on. You can use a brad. You can do any of those things. Let me grab my brads. I'll be right back. Sorry for that, guys. I didn't think about doing the brad, but we'll just go ahead and do that because it's got to have one. So these are my brads, and I already know which one I want to do. This one right here. I'm going to do this one right here, I think. No, maybe I do this one. I think I'm going to do this. Oh, that's not a brad. Darn, that's a tack. Where did I get those? No, is it a brad? No, I think it's a tack. Yep, it's a tack. What are they doing in the brads? I don't know. Oh, I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this. This right here. This is a brad. I need to show you that sometime too. That's a brad that I put glitter on with embossing powder. We should do that sometime. I'll show you how to do that one day. That's a good idea. But that's going to be my brad right there, because this is kind of in the colors that I'm doing. So I think that will be good. Now I'm not going to punch a hole. I'm going to poke a hole because I don't want it to be very big. I don't want my hole to be very big. So I'm going to use my centering ruler here. You don't have to measure. I'm just measuring because it's me. I measure. Not everything, but, and I'm getting better. I'm getting very much better about not measuring. So, right here is the center, and I'm going to move it down that way just a tad. Well, no, I'm going to put it right there. That's basically the center. So you just stick your brad in. I poked a hole, stick the brad in inside here so that you're inside the flat part. And I'm going to spread the legs out like that. Don't want to do it very hard because you want to be able to get your string around it. And then you close it. Then you'll just glue this together. And there's your flap. There's your string. I mean, there's your thing for the cord. And on this one, and I think this is the way others have done it. I've seen several people doing it, so it's not like a brand new thing. I didn't come up with it. I don't know about the bottom of the paper bag, and I'm doing this a little different, but so I tied the string to this and left a tail, and it goes around the back so that you can then close it by wrapping this around like that. So that's how we'll do this one as well. I'm not closing that yet because I'm not sure I like that. It's not quite big enough. So that's how that works. So you just cut the bottom off the back and just make sure that these two pieces don't overlap. They either meet or are a little shy of meeting, but you don't want them to overlap. I got to cut off a little bit more right there. You just don't want them to overlap so that it can close. And you just put your embellishment on whichever side you want it to open. And that's all there is to it. I mean, we're talking quick and simple. So I wanted to just come on and show you real quickly how that works and how you can get these two. I'm calling this one a pouch because you can put quite a bit more in this, because even if it doesn't close all the way, if you have it fastened in some way, it can close. Just like I did with the one that's in the journal that ties. And then this is an envelope sort that has a big pocket and a little pocket. If you have any questions about how this is done, you just let me know and I'll be glad to answer anything that I can. Again, appreciate you stopping in today to watch this little tutorial. Thank you again for those who have subscribed. Thank you and welcome to the new subscribers. I have this journal in my Etsy shop. This journal, thankfully, thank you so much, has just sold. So, yeah, go to my Etsy shop. I'll have it linked below, and I have some other things in there for you to take a look at. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial, and we'll see you the next time. Bye.